We begin with a push to end the war in Ukraine and an extraordinary show of diplomatic support. Tonight, these European leaders, along with the head of NATO, will join President Volodymry Zelenksyy at Monday's Oval Office meeting with President Trump. Ukraine has repeatedly said it will never accept Russia's occupation of its land, but President Trump now says that must happen if the war is to end. CBS's Willie James Inman is at the White House and leads off our coverage tonight. Willie James.
Jerika, good evening to you. President Volodymyr Zelenksyy says his country will not give up any territory to Russia, even as the White House insists potential land swaps will be necessary and discussed during Monday's highly anticipated Oval Office meeting.
President Zelenskyy and European leaders scrambled this weekend to present a united front against Russia after President Trump reversed course after the Alaska summit, aligning with Vladimir Putin's plan to end the war in Ukraine. On Monday, President Zelenskyy will sit down with President Trump in the Oval Office. In a show of unity, several European leaders will join them.
It's very important that you are with us and that we speak to America and we speak together.
This weekend, the president backing away from a ceasefire demand, favoring a peace agreement instead. Diplomatic sources in Europe say the shift is worrying them that Zelenskyy might be pressured into an agreement. On Face the Nation, Secretary of State Marco Rubio insisted both nations will have to give something up.
What it's going to take to stop the fighting, if we're being honest and serious here, is both sides are going to have to give, and both sides should expect to get something from this.
Monday's meeting will be Zelenskyy's first time to the White House since this disaster in the Oval Office in February.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right.
Among Putin's new demands, that Ukraine surrender territory that Russia does not even control, including in Donetsk, in the industrial heartland.
The fundamental issue, which is some sort of land swap, which is obviously ultimately in the control of the Ukrainians, that could not have been discussed at this meeting. We intend to discuss it on Monday.
Also on the table tomorrow, potential security guarantees for Ukraine, but details are limited, including what role the U.S. might play. Jerika.
Willie James Inman, thank you.